Oh my gosh, did you guys see this? This was wild. This went viral, this video of the moms raiding the candy. This is so embarrassing. Country musician Cody Tate calls out moms for raiding Halloween candy bowl outside his house. I wonder where this is. But first of all, look at this. This looks like a bowl of full-size candy, by the way, which is rare. I get the excitement over seeing a full-size candy bar. But you're supposed to take one. Not only do these people not take one, run over. They're like fucking animals, like a bunch of rabid raccoons. Like, not even a second thought do they go, they take one and they go, do I wanna take 2?" They just immediately start shoving handfuls of these full candy bars into their bags. What a disgusting example of humanity right here. What an absolute disaster. Oh, by the way, this little green bucket is from McDonald's. You get it with a Happy Meal. I got the same one. The kids can barely get any because the adults are, like, so disgustingly, ravenously greedy for the candy. This is shocking. I am shocked and appalled. This is absolutely. Oh, and he checks to make sure everything is gone. That's so gross. They should be so ashamed of them. The adults should be so ashamed of themselves for this. Wow. They have no scruples. Oh, you guys couldn't see the video? Okay, good. I get to play it again. Thank you, Fealty. StreamYard changed recently. Like, it used to be I would have to click one button and the video would come up, and now you have to click multiple buttons. Okay. Look at this.
Johan, ven, Johan. Es que yo jalé primero le echaron, apúrate.
Like a pack of wild animals. Look at these people. Look at these people. What a terrible example to set for your kids. Oh, these aren't moms? You don't think those are the moms? You think there's just adults out here trick or treating? The guy checks, make sure everything's gone. Disgusting. Is this a whale? Nice, it's a dolphin. A mother and her family, yeah, I think maybe it is a family, are being slammed on social media after video captures them wiping out an entire bowl filled with Halloween candy in front of a country musicians. Okay, this is in Texas. Maybe they're migrants. Maybe they're hungry migrants. Cody Tate, a musician from the well-known band Whiskey Myers, posted security footage to his Instagram showing the family ravaging a giant basket full of treats on Tuesday. The video starts off by showing 3 adults, followed by 4 to 5 kids running up to the house and clearing a huge black-colored basket loaded with candy one by one. One woman in a black hoodie even appears to smile into the camera while stashing loads of candy into her coat pockets like a disgusting, disgusting person. The other adults and small children followed suit, making sure all of the candy was taken from the bowl, even picking some up from the ground. Then one male adult looks back into the basket to ensure all the candy was gone before taking off with the family. Look at it. Caught. Gotcha, you greedy bitch. This is disgusting. This is appalling. I really feel like I'm turning into my dad when I when I observe this type of human behavior. Wow. And this is candy. You're gonna take like, I don't know, whatever that is, like 2 months worth of candy. Like, it's not good for you. That's why you're only supposed to have 1 at a time. What do you want, diabetes for free? And this is why you can't trust people. If you know who it is, share. I figured it would happen, but just not adults. Now all the kids after these people can't have any candy. I don't know. If I'm like a super duper doing well celebrity or musician, they probably refilled the bowl after they left because they didn't wanna have to see the sad Unless he was gone, unless nobody was home, and that's why they had the footage. Yeah, then maybe they didn't get to refill it. Maybe everybody from the house was gone. But yeah, nobody gets to have any candy, like actual fucking kids who deserve candy on Halloween. It's their one Halloween is such a big deal. It was such a big deal for me as a kid because like we didn't have candy in our house growing up. Like sometimes I would go to like my friends' houses whose parents were doing way better, and they, especially this one girl, Lynn. I remember this girl, Lynn Hasday. She again, this is like I have autistic memory when it comes to people from high school and middle school, but her parents were rich, and she had a candy drawer in her kitchen. Like, at any time, you could just go over to the candy drawer and get a full-size candy, and it was like it was like a magical treasure trove. It was, like, unbelievable to me that they kept candy in the house year round. That's not the case for most kids. There's not unlimited access to candy, so Halloween is your one day of the whole year that you get a fuck ton of candy and you can ration it out to yourself. Like, sure, probably your dad's gonna take some, probably your family members are gonna take some. That's just the tax. You gotta pay the dad tax when it comes to candy. And sure, some of your siblings are probably gonna take some are gonna disappear, but other than that, it's your one day to get candy, and it's like most kids are broke. They can't just go. I didn't get allowance growing up. I didn't, like, get to just buy whatever. It's your one day to get candy. And these dumb, fucking selfish adults just took that away from these neighborhood kids and setting a horrible example for their children. Like, when I went trick or treating the other day with, my friends and their kids, like, the parents that I knew, they're going out of the way to be like, "No, just take 1." That's what a good parent does, because that's the spirit. That's the spirit of Halloween right there. "No, just take 1." And then you're afraid of getting yelled at. Wow. Viewers of the clip didn't hold back and expressed how cruel they thought the adults were being. These women should be embarrassed. I'm glad you put them on blast. I agree 1,000,000%. Blast away, more blasting. The blasting will continue till morale improves. This guy, what a despicable. And he's in decent shape. Why is he trying to eat candy? That's not going to be good for your gains, pal. Next time I feel like a low life, I'm gonna remember this video, a viewer said. I wonder how many of those other houses they did this to. Pathetic. You can't have nothing nice nowadays, a person commented. Just hours before the video went up, Tate first posted a picture of the black basket filled to the brim with candy in front of a sign that says, "Please take 1. Happy Halloween. Go Rangers." Could it be possible that this family was not Rangers fans? Could it be possible that they were, what's the other Texas team? Are they maybe Astros fans? I doubt it. It would be funny if they rolled up in all Astros gear, though. When the Rangers are in the World Series on Halloween, sorry, little ones, gotta go. Oh, is that why he wasn't there? He was at the game. Okay. The post captioned. The post was flooded with comments from users who expressed sympathy for Tate after seeing what eventually happened to the candy. Wow. I'll say Cody Tate, a member of the Whiskey Myers band, expressed disappointment in the adults and asked for the public to identify them. Though in a bittersweet change of events, Tate posted on his Instagram story footage from his security camera showing a neighbor oh. Tate posted on his Instagram story footage from his security camera showing a neighbor re-pouring a bag of candy into the black basket hours later. That is so sweet. One of his neighbors checked in and refilled the basket. Oh, bless his heart. That's good karma for that man. There are still good people out there. Neighborhood Scott for Halloween MVP captioned the video. The adults in the video have yet to be identified, probably because they're illegals and they're not on social media. They don't have jobs. There's no way for anyone to find them. There, I said it. uh, a lot of the houses we visited had signs with how many to take. We make sure the kiddos obliged. You shouldn't even need the sign. Normal people understand that taking 1 is implied. Well, we also shouldn't have signs that say wash your hands after going to the bathroom, but we do. Yeah, look at that. Someone else, Libby's with me. Libby agrees with me here. Sounds like they were illegals from a a local shepherd shelter that opened in the area. Once these adults are outed, they will be guests on The View to discuss diversity, equity, and inclusion. Fuck, that's so dead on. And of course, communism. This is how traditionalism dies. If you're incapable of participating properly, then stay home and be miserable alone. If you can't integrate into a society, then you came to this country to exploit and steal and not to assimilate. See, this isn't about Halloween. This is about immigration. This is more context online. This is a gated community. These people do not live there. Sad since it is not unknowing kids doing this, but rather parents teaching this to their kids. Yeah, that's disgusting. Here's the note on the door asking people to take one candy each. He went with full size candy, so one per kid is reasonable. Oh, I was at houses where they had many, many, many candies. It's also saying take one each. So obviously they're doing well. They can afford a full size candy moment. Wow. It's shocking how many people drive their kids from their part of town to the more affluent neighborhoods to trick or treat. Oh, this is gross that people do this. I I mean, when I was a kid, you'd be excited to trick or treat at a house that was decorated really well. I didn't really like you could sort of tell who was doing well. Like obviously the bigger houses, those families are doing better, but like I was excited to be like, man, they have a sick display. I'm gonna go check that out. But I guess people are really doing this. They're driving people to rich neighborhoods to steal all their candy. That's disgusting. My aunt had over 200 kids come by, maybe 10 lived in the subdivision. Weather kept our trick or treaters to a minimum. Anyone want some candy? But in the past, we've had hundreds showing up that we know didn't live anywhere near here. They park in the church parking lot a few blocks up and send the kids out. They're like ravenous little locusts, and the parents do nothing to stop them. Okay, I'm actually not opposed. Like, let's say you live in a dark dead end or something, or you live in an apartment building. Let's say you live somewhere where there is like no trick or treating. I'm not opposed to taking your kids to a different neighborhood. But again, you have to still take one. Like, don't be an asshole and clean out the whole bucket. Prisons are also gated communities. Wow. This is I'm, like, really upset about this. This has been this way for decades. The affluent neighborhoods always give the best candy, even sometimes money. Also, all those kids who live in rural areas have somewhere to trick or treat, so why wouldn't they go to better neighborhoods? You don't see much trick or treating in the ghetto. Hmm. That used to happen in our neighborhood. Then a group of mothers got together and started up the hay wagons, a trailer with hay for the kids to sit in as they drove around each street. That works perfectly. They pass out balloons for the houses that want to give out treats. And those are the only houses they stop at. This year was the fifth year they had it on a Saturday night. Every parent has to sign up for their child to ride in the wagon. Best idea ever. Oh, that sounds cute. Wow. When did leaving an unattended bowl of candy rather than opening a door and saying, "Why aren't you a scary bunch?" become tradition? Not saying the behavior was less than reprehensible, but traditions have been dying for a long time. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you leave a bowl of candy out, you are leaving yourself vulnerable to being cleaned out like that. However, I just think it's more this shows you what humanity is capable of. Like, don't they say you are who you are when no one's watching? I know there's a much more eloquent way to say that, but there is a phrase along those lines of like, you're your true self when you don't think you're being watched or something. Wow. It's just gross. It's gross that the parents are doing this. Like, I could understand a kid getting very excited about candy and like, holy shit, they still shouldn't be wiping out. Like, maybe there's an alternate universe where it's only kids wiping out the bucket, and then they get back home, and then they're like, "Wow, where'd you get all these from?" And then they tell the parents, and the parents like, "That's fucked up." And then the parent goes, "Get back in the car. We're driving back to that house, and you're gonna put all this candy back." That would be a teachable moment. Wow. This happened to me one year. A mother dumped my entire bowl into her bag, left nothing. I was at the neighbors for a couple minutes. It stung. Vowed I would never leave it again. I haven't. It's always the little things that make you lose faith. Sad but true. But Halloween is about the meet and greet. That's true. Next time, don't leave it out. When we went trick or treating, there was a man sitting with his open window, flinging candy out the window. I was like, "That's this guy's the best." Yeah, the sad thing is that these kids are learning the behavior from the parents. I am overweight, so I can say this mother does not need any more candy. She'll probably have all this finished by the time they get home. Yeah, these kids were on the subway the next day selling the candy for $1 each. Is there a subway in Texas? Oh my god, I love these New York Post comments. Strong symbolism. Illegal immigrants who believe the U.S. owes them everything, stealing benefits, cash, housing, health insurance from the pool of candy, taxpayer money by hard-working Americans. The illegals are getting each more a month than retirees are getting from Social Security, which they've paid into their whole lives. Oh, that stings. It's appalling to go to a government benefits office and seeing a large percentage of young mothers asking for benefits for their foreign-born children, healthy young men and women, while sometimes their own citizens are ashamed to ask for help. Yikes. Someone's like, "Did you check their passports?" It's like, "No, I can just look at them, okay?" Wow. Oy. Yeah, I heard that our taxpayer money was going into giving the illegals, like, cash cards, like Visa cards or whatever, like um, prepaid cash cards or something. I'm like, "Where's mine?" They get phones, they get clothes, they get cash cards. Oh, look. I look like I'm driving on the road.